if you remember vividly, yesterday we spoke about we spoke about how things transpired, and I literally took you to the map and I showed you that okay, so if they say this, this is probably that what happened. If they say this, and I showed you around Johannesburg CBD and how is in close proximity and how it actually makes sense that people can move around. Here's an example about it. Or let's start here, and I want to show you something. Advocate Mshololo said, reflect on the cell phone number used by accused number 3. Can you confirm that that number was used by him reflects tower which do not include phosphorus? Then this person says, yes, the tower does not reflect phosphorus. Now, our problem right there, we now have a problem because now we need to justify how were they linked. Remember that if you are listening to the confession, and again, I want to repeat this, listening to the confession made by accused number 1 and accused number 2. Accused number 1 makes or highlight accused number 3 and accused number 5 as people who played a pivotal role in making sure or in masterminding the death of Senzo Meyiwa, right? So you're going to look into that in this thing, right? So we're comparing evidence because in court, that is exactly what people are doing. They compare evidence. So when you compare the evidence there and you say it has to make sense, what the cell phone tower, what the Vodacom cell phone expert, Pinky, what she's giving, it really had to correlate with what we are being taught. But however, judging from the confession, which is apparently was made free and voluntarily, accused number 3 was there, accused number 5 was there. If that is so, their cell phone number the towers thereon must reflect the same thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Accused number 2 tells a story of accused number 3 and 5 being present, but introduce Marco and Makimbi as people who are being present when all these things are happening. And look, accused number 2's confession introduces us to Makimbi who carried out the mission. So if that's the case, and we say, if that's the case, then we must see things, you know what I'm saying? Then we are saying it's okay for us to be taught all of this, provided what we are being told here really makes sense. It can be tested, and when it is tested, it will come out positive. But unfortunately, after the test, it came back negative. Well, there's one thing that I definitely shows not negative in this whole thing, and it is this. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, will bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. I told you we're going to be having some very interesting thing here. Let's look at Advocate Mshololo. Or to Advocate Mshololo, I'm going to direct you to call from the number ending with 8669 at 1349 to number ending with 5787 on the 26th of October 2014 at 19 past 3, and also at 1800, which is 6 o'clock. According to Rika record, to whom was the number Rika to? Pinky, Muzika ukhethi Kumalo. Mshololo, accused number 5 denies that that number belongs to him making that call. Yes, I see that. Meaning, yes, I agree with what the assertion made by accused number 2. Number 5, I mean. Um, Mshololo, according to accused number 5, he says he was using number ending with 9202 and 3517 and 007. He had 3 numbers. I asked for the ownership of this. Look, I did not find anything on 3517 as well as 9202. I have picked up on a look on a different case ID information on 007. I did find a case ID but no RICA information. I picked up I pick up though that number belonging to Fisoguhle Ntuli start date 2101 2012 from Mshololo. So that confirmed accused version that number belonging to him. Listen to this one. Pinky says yes. Right there, accused is vindicated. What I want to hear, starting from now going forward, is the Vodacom expert agree with the version produced by or given by accused number 2 and 3. The Vodacom expert agree with their version. The question that you and I have got to ask is, the state in this case told us, the state in this case told us about the accused and how they actually committed the crime. Now, we had that through a man called Uhos and Ustein. Stein now is being called. I am saying I'm very suspicious of the calling of Stein. Why I'm suspicious is because it is like Stein now, he must come and the state will try and, you know what I'm saying? They will try and bring some new evidence using Stein. But nevertheless, let's look at this, right? Do you confirm as to who cell phone number recurred to during October 2014? I don't have record information specifically for 2014. Now on Colonel Ho's evidence, Mshololo, if you can see Ho's here, like I said, he received section 205 for number ending with 202. Do you have the cell phone record for that? Now listen, no, we did not supply 205 record for that number. Ho said, so in this case, we need to know one, where did you get the 205 that you received? Is it from Vodacom, MTN, Cell C? Which network am I forgetting? Telcom. Or all these numbers, because all these new things, new networks. Where did you receive the 205 from? Because House told us about 205 he received. Guys, do you see the loopholes here? Hey. Even House, he owes us an explanation. Good. You said when there was 205 on this number. Where did you get this 205 from? Because definitely you did not get it from the people, these people, because these people are telling you that no, we don't know all of that. But let's continue. They did not supply. Those people with that number, right? Okay. Regarding the number 007, did you supply him? Yes. The request was for period of 2018 to 2021. In other words, they requested the records for 2018 to 21, not 2014 by Brigadier Keninda. Yes. Again, we're having a challenge here because remember that we are investigating something that happened in 2000 and we're investigating something that happens in 2014, but you go and you request cell phone records for 2018 and 21 to 21, something that does not have anything to do with the Senzo Meyiwa case, it makes me wonder, what type of people are we dealing with here? While the people that we're dealing with, did they ever had any intentions? Did they ever had any good intentions to assist the state and to assist here? Guys, it's just one of those things, man, that does not make sense to me at all. And I'm trying to make sense of this, but to be quite honest, guys, it doesn't make sense to me. It appears like these people were never, they did not pursue justice for the Meyiwa family, but rather they had their own agenda. I don't know what they were trying to achieve, but it's definitely not justice for the Meyiwa family. It's something else. Guys, the introduction of the other team. Let me give you a background into this one. Makubu took a stand, and when Makubu took a stand, Makubu says Makubu told us that Makubu said to us they built this case, right, as a group of investigators. Then they couldn't agree on certain things. Then there was a split. You remember that the very same other group now on the left ended up opening a case against who's this guy? Against Makubu. Makubu got arrested. Now, this is to show you a background. This is to give you a background so that you can understand this thing. So Makubu, then going backward, they had to open a new docket. So they did. They opened a new docket, which is 375. It came because, according to the group of Makubu, they believed that everyone who was in that house had to be arrested. According to this group, the other group, they believe that there are other people except they were more interested in investigating other people except the people who were in that house. That should tell you something about the nature of the people we are dealing with here. Fast forward. After that, they pursue investigation. In their pursuit of investigation, you could see now how flawed the investigation is, because the investigation doesn't deal with, or the investigation doesn't necessarily target the right people. The investigation doesn't target the people that we want them to be targeted by investigation, but rather the investigation seems to be taking a different direction, which you and I have a problem with. So that is why you will have them getting records that have got nothing to do with that. Imagine if these people had done 205 from all the people that were in that house in 2014. Imagine if they'd done that. Imagine if they had done 205 they done 205 on Ntapseng, because Kelly Kumalo used Ntapseng's phone when they were calling Chikotwana. Imagine if in 2014 they did 205 for around that time. Imagine if they've done 205 for this woman, Mapiri, the one who went and watched the crime scene. Imagine if they'd done 205 on such a person. But no, this team, which is on the left, they decide that they are not going to investigate these people, but they are just going to find other people. They are doing 205, 2018 to 2021. What do you want? Because if ever there's something we want to know is how did they plan to kill Senzo Meyiwa? 205, section 205 for 2018 to 2021 doesn't solve the problem in 2014. It shows. That is why you have them linking them on with different cases except the original case that they're supposed to be linked for. They are looking for any other case, like they are trying to link them in all other way, shape, or form, except the case that they are supposed to be linked for. That is what has created the problem and the dilemma we find ourselves in today. Speaking of the dilemma and the problem we find ourselves in today, let's stop it here. We will be doing these videos every day. The case will be back on the 5th of August, but we will continue with this daily on a daily basis.